get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.
Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Drinking After Dark Podcast YouTube channel. Tonight, I have a very special guest with me. She's been on before. She's my cousin. She's a very talented stylist, amazing singer, person who don't hold back. She will always speak her truth. I know because I grew up with her. But she also has an event that's coming out. We're going on the 25th. We're going to get 23rd. Into that. 23rd, my bad. Days mixed up. 23rd. So we're going to get into that as well. But welcome back to the podcast, my cousin, Ebony Parker. What's going on?
I'm good. Nothing much going on.
I see that. For y'all don't know, Ebony has been like a protector of her little cousins ever since, we were kids. And, so we have one cousin. We all got that one cousin that if we need somebody to fight somebody, she'll be the one to call. So
don't do that. Don't do that for the public. See, but I got you.
It's very much true. So, because we were taught not to hit women, but that don't mean we can call somebody that can hit them. So we got her. That's the one. But before we get started, man, I just want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Joe Shakinab at shakinab.com. Go visit shakinab.com for services, monthly updates, and contact information. Once again, visit shakinab.com, promoting leadership and scholarship. Tonight, y'all know what I'm drinking on. I'm drinking on my Crown Royal vanilla mixed with Dr. Pepper cream soda. Ebony, it looks like you're drinking on some juice. What you drinking on? Was that apple juice?
I'm drinking on this Snapple apple.
Hey, I love Snapple apple. That's the only apple juice I would ever drink is Snapple apple.
Exactly. That's as close to apple juice as I'm getting.
Does that to you, does a Snapple apple taste sweeter than the other apple juices, or does it taste more like real apples, like freshly?
I ain't gonna say that it tastes fresher, but I just think it tastes better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's the only apple juice I'll drink. So sorry to other companies out there, but Snapple got y'all beat with the apple juice, and that's
definitely.
Yeah, that's what I drink in the morning with my breakfast, and some orange juice, depending on who makes it. But apple juice is my go-to drink in the morning. And if I just feel like getting it, I'll get it. It's delicious to me. But we're going to get into it. Ebony, pop-up event, July 23rd. Let's get into it. Talk a little bit about that. Some of the things y'all going to be having going on and stuff like that. So let us know about that.
So the pop-up event is called BossUp, Pop Out and Shop. And basically what we wanted to do is to bring a pop-up shop back to the hood. Instead of having it everywhere else, there's so many entrepreneurs that are actually from our community that are from Greenwood. And where else to
I think somebody's Mike. Go and unmute yourself. Hold on, go and unmute yourself.
Okay.
Got you. We got you.
Before, we did, I think we've done 2 other events. The address is 901 Greenwood Avenue. Well, of course, you know that we grew up in Greenwood. So, of course, I want to feed into my community as much as I can. So everything I do across town, I got to bring home. So that is the reason why I want to work with Kenny in this particular area, because it's the heart of where we're from.
Definitely. And with the well, first off, before we go more into that, can you give a little background story how you started doing pop-up shows and things like that for those who didn't tune in before? Can you give a little background in that?
I got you. So what happened was, I'm a beautician, and I got with another beautician, Caprice London, and we came up with an idea called retail therapy. And this idea was to get Black entrepreneurs together and work together in order to strengthen us. Number one, because we needed the information on how to start businesses. We also needed the know-how. And when I say the know-how, I mean, how do you start a business? You know, what do you do? Do you go and get a business license right off? Do you need a peddler's permit? I mean, like, there's so much to it that we had to learn, and we actually learned with them, because we had some smaller businesses that we were doing at the time, you know, so we all were learning together. And what we wanted to do was to, instead of us having to go downtown and give our money to quote unquote Clarksville, Montgomery County, we wanted to circulate our own dollars in between our own people. And I think that that's so important, because too many times we spend money with people that we don't even know. And some of our friends, some of our neighbors have some of the same things that we go to the mall and get, and you could have got it next door. So that's really why we started, is to really just bring Black, or I'll say minority entrepreneurs, because I don't want to limit us to just saying just Black people, because it's not about that, but it's really about our community. It's really about, you know, where we come from. You know, we want to circulate the dollar back in Greenwood. You know, we want to circulate the dollar back on the south side of Clarksville. No need to take all your money to Wilma Rudolph. So that's why.
That's what's up, man. And now with the pop-up event on the 23rd, are you still looking for vendors? Are you still taking vendors as of right now?
We are definitely. We're still taking vendors. Right now, we don't have that many vendors. However, we do have strong vendors. I will say that we have Faye Creates. We also have, I'm sorry. I cannot remember her name right now, but her name is Ashley Stone. And she has a great boutique that you all need to come and check out. When I say she's got everything, she has absolutely everything. We have a caterer who's also our cousin, Travis, who is a caterer here, Top Catering. And he's gonna have, you know what I'm saying, some dishes out there, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be cooking up some good stuff. And then we also have QBB barbecue, which y'all definitely need to taste it, because it is like superb. And then also I'll have my own booth out, which will be my own booth is oh goodness, I don't know why I'm going blank. But it's called Black Bella. And I sell accessories. So right now, just 5 vendors. That means that I've got plenty of space. So I need as many vendors as, you know, as want to come. Well, I need everybody to come and support their community and support the people in their community who are really trying to do something.
Definitely. And if they want to get in contact with you about vendor space and all the information, how can they get in contact with you?
That is 5-Point Neighborhood Market. That's the name of the area that I'm speaking of. 5-Point area market is 901 Greenwood Avenue. And when you ride past it, it just looks like an open space, but that's exactly what it is. It is an open space, open for entrepreneurs to come out and to market their products. And you can do that not only at the pop-up shop, but you can always contact Kenny Kizzy, and he works at Gifted Hands Barbershop. You can contact him on Facebook, or you can go through 5-Point Neighborhood Market if you want to try to market your own product over there on that property. But for that particular day, on the 23rd of July, it will be Boss Up, Pop Out, and Shop, a pop-up shop designed exactly for the Greenwood community.
Yeah, definitely, man. Let's go out there. Let's if you're an up and coming business owner, you know, you're trying to get your name out there, take advantage of these pop-up shops, you know, because I think too many people rely so much on social media, the technology, to really grow their brand. Not saying that you shouldn't have it, but I think they rely too much on it and not really thinking about events like this, or even going straight to the consumer, you know, yourself, because a lot of times they're not going to know who you are because you're not in their face. So,
and it's about building relationship with your clientele, building relationship with your customers. It's nothing like being able to talk to your customers and see what your customers want, see what they want, see what they like about your products, things like that. It's not just beneficial for the business, but it's also beneficial for the customer, because at the end of the day, if you know the owner of the company, if you know the owner of the business, and they understand your needs, then they design things particularly for you. And that kind of relationship is not something that you have with Walmart. You don't have that relationship with Walmart. You don't have that relationship, you know what I'm saying, with JCPenney's. You don't have that. But you do have that relationship with vendors, especially local vendors. You have that. You can make those connections, and they can design things particularly for you.
Yeah, definitely. And I've said this plenty of times before, man. Too many times people don't have a relationship with their community, and which is a really part of your success as a business owner, right?
Exactly.
You want to have that connection with them and feel like you're not just a dollar figure. You're more than that, you know. So it's something that I've stressed at my work. So it's like I'm always stressed. I'm a marketing guy by trade. So that's the one thing I'm always stressing about: community, building relationships. And that's how you're gonna grow. And that's how people are gonna, back you, and how you could really pass that business down from generation to generation, because the connection you have with the community itself. But also too, what time is the pop-up
Okay,
shop?
so the pop-up starts at 10 o'clock. It'll be from 10 to 4. So maybe you're not an early person. We'll be there all the way until 4 o'clock. So we'll be there, you know what I'm saying, throughout the day or whatever. And also, I just wanted to put out there that I know it's gonna be hot, but believe me, it's worth just stopping by, because they coming with their A game. They're coming with their A game, and you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, I tell you one thing. If it felt like anything like it felt today, people will definitely be out there, because it felt so good today. That
You
rain.
can follow the smoke. That's all I can tell you is follow the smoke, because QBB and Top Catering, they finna cook up some stuff. So follow the smoke. You know you don't want to cook on Saturday, so the best thing to do is to come on out on the 23rd and get you some good grub, because they're gonna be cutting up.
I love barbecue too, so I love it. I watch barbecue shows faithfully, especially on YouTube. I watch it, so if I smell it, I'm stopping. Hopefully I could leave my job a little early to come out there and get some barbecue. Because I ain't gonna lie, anytime I hear barbecue, I hear a truck, I'm going to it.
I'm gonna make sure they treat you right. I'm gonna make sure they treat you right when you cook.
Yeah, I hope so, because I love barbecue. Listen, I'm a country boy. I'm a Southern boy. I love barbecue. If you don't like meat, so what? I don't care about you. I love my.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
I don't know. It's something like with the food trucks, and like man, they so valuable to me because I could find them anywhere. They like you said, they say they're gonna be there at this time. I'm going.
They're gonna be there, yeah. And not just that though, Clarksville has a new wave going on, and that new wave is food trucks. And
Yep.
for people who are trying to get into the restaurant industry, like this is your opportunity. Like food trucks are popping right now. So if you want a restaurant right now, if you can get a hold of a food truck, it's guaranteed success because there are so many opportunities in the city right now for
Yep.
food trucks right now. If you ain't making money and you got a food truck, then you slow. You should have like you don't want no money. Period. You don't want no money because it's too many opportunities and there's too many great people out here that are pushing it. Cedric Webster, you know what I'm saying? Like he riding for food trucks right now and making sure that there are plenty of opportunities for them to make money.
Yeah, they got the Taste of Clarksville coming up. So
Definitely.
so definitely, I'm gonna be out there. Anything with food in it, I'm going.
Yeah,
So
if you got a food truck right now and you don't know Cedric Webster, you slipping. You
yeah,
slipping.
yeah, definitely. And here's the funny thing too. While you brought that up, Bojangles still got a food truck and they still go out to these events.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
if that's not telling you something, if Bojangles a franchise,
Speaks volumes. It speaks
I
volumes.
mean, they
Because
understand like, yeah.
that's where the money at. If you can pop up anywhere, if you
Mm-hmm.
can pop up anywhere, then I mean, like you just think about it. Restaurant on wheels. I mean, like what's not to like about it? What's not to love about it? That they can pull up anywhere. That they can pull up in your work parking lot. That they can pull up. You know what I'm saying? Down on the river. They can pull up in the middle of downtown. Like they don't have boundaries to where they can't go somewhere. They can be wherever you want them to be. They out at what is that? Jazz on the Line.
Jazz on the Line. They are out there. Uh, Riverside. They out there on Riverside. Like you said, Cedric. He has his own thing that he's doing with the food trucks as well. I mean, they
Out
out
at
there.
First Baptist parking lot, they've been doing them out there too. So I mean, like I said, if you ain't making money, you making food, you slipping.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I how can I would rather go to a food truck than a restaurant any day. I just feel like they just put more passion into their product than anything
I
else.
definitely, I definitely think so. I think because it is so much competition right now, it's so much competition because when you go out to dinner with the trucks, or whatever, whichever event that you choose to go to, there's so many businesses out there. So quality has to be your goal, you know? Because if
Yeah.
quality isn't your goal, believe me, there's a truck right next to you that is going to give them what they're asking for. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
I think that it makes them step their game up too.
Oh,
To
definitely.
have, you know what I'm saying, to have better quality food and then also speedy service, all of that. You know what I'm saying? It makes them do more than what they were doing, I'd say, in a brick and mortar.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when it comes to I use an example like barbecue food trucks. It's such a competitive market just in this city alone,
It
to
is.
where it's like, and you gotta
When you go
think too.
down there, it's probably like 4 or 5 barbecue trucks. So if you got some regular smegular barbecue or whatever, it's not gonna cut it. So you have to go above and beyond. And I think that that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing is calling them to go above and beyond.
Yeah, especially you gotta think we're in Tennessee, so when you in this part of the country where barbecue is supreme, people will know good barbecue just from some regular barbecue.
Most definitely. I mean,
So
we see you can't come to Tennessee and not talk about barbecue. You can't.
right, and like I said, it's a really competitive market. I think it's great because it forces everybody to, like you said, step their game up. And here's the thing too. You don't necessarily have to have like a food truck where you're selling barbecue or burgers or tacos, whatever. I mean, you got trucks that sell donuts, ice cream,
You do
pies, coffee. I mean, you could, whatever you want to do, you can do it.
Cheesecakes and Italian ice, you name it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it, man. This if you have a passion for it, you have an actual plan for it, business plan for it, strategy for it, you can make it work. Because like I said, you said it before, everybody trying to get to the brick and mortar stores, which, obviously is going to be the end goal, right? So everybody know where you're located at. But if you could really make money just having a food truck and you go to the people and you're there, why have a brick and mortar store when you can continue to do this? And
I don't think that anybody needs to limit themselves. I think that brick and mortar is the goal. However, I don't think that you should limit yourself by just having brick and mortar. I mean, like Outback Steakhouse still has a truck. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't remember them having a truck.
Yeah, they do. It'll be down Riverfest. It's down Riverfest every year. They got a truck.
I guess I must go right past it because I'm looking at everybody else. I'm looking at the donut place. I'm looking at.
No, I said I've seen Outback have a truck during Riverfest. I can't say that they do these pop-up like dinner with the trucks and stuff like that because they have a brick and mortar restaurant. They don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't see them at Riverfest.
Special events, Outback got a truck.
I believe it. I know I see Bojangles there. You can't miss that truck.
Yeah, so like when I say that don't limit yourself, don't say that that's all you want to do is have a truck. But at the same time, the opportunity to pop up in special events and stuff like that, you never want to cut your money off at all. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So once you get that brick and mortar, remember you still got that truck because that truck still got plenty of money. You know what I'm saying? It's still got the potential to make a whole lot of money.
If you do it the right way, if you grow the right way, you don't rush the process. If you can manage both, then do it. But
I mean, you never forget where you came from. That's why I say that use it for you know what I'm saying, special events and opportunities where you can boost your profit. But like you said, everything got to be planned out. You got to have a plan for anything, any business.
Yeah, definitely. But y'all go. If y'all not doing anything on July 23rd, please go support BossUp.
BossUp, pop out and shop.
Pop out and shop. Event July 23rd, 10 a.m., 4 p.m. Out there, Greenwood, 901 Greenwood Avenue, man. Let's and also too, man, if y'all looking, for a place to really get your brand out there, show off your product, whatever it is that you're doing, please hit up. Well, y'all, like I said, y'all could go to Facebook.
You can go to Facebook, or you can call me directly.
Call my cousin directly. And do that as well.
You can call, but it's easier for you to contact me on Facebook, Ebony Parker or 5 Point Neighborhood Market.
Yeah, do that, definitely. Like I said, I told you before, man, I'm a kind of mess up because I've been drinking. So I'm feeling good right now. But let's move on to the next topic, man. We got to talk about this because it seemed like everybody's still talking about it. R. Kelly, his situation. For those who don't know, who haven't really been paying attention, R. Kelly has been sentenced to 30 years for stuff that he's been doing. But I was going to get your opinion on the whole situation as a whole, not just him being sentenced, but the entire landscape.
Okay, good.
Because there's so many variables to this. It's just like everybody is pinpoint on R. Kelly, but nobody wants to talk about the other variables that factor in to this.
Okay, so I'm explaining it the way that I see it. Okay.
Okay.
So where was them little girls' mom when they went to R. Kelly? When you saw him at the concert and you went backstage, where was your mammy? When you went to the hotel, where was your mammy? When R. Kelly invited you back, why didn't your mammy have any questions and why she let you go out again? I don't believe that when you're raising a daughter, if you let her go out as she pleases like that and hang with grown men, what do you think is going on? What do you know what I'm saying? I don't understand how that didn't go through the parents' mind. Now, R. Kelly, yes, he may have taken advantage of that, you know what I'm saying, of that opportunity. But had they been grown or underage, he would have took advantage of that opportunity. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We also don't know how old they told him that they were. Because when you come into, you go backstage or whatever, and they see a young girl, and this is any rapper, singer, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't on how old you are because they figure that if your grown looking self is there, come on now, they must be grown. And then the thing is that if you told them that you was young or whatever, right? Somebody asked the question.
Somebody probably did, yeah.
Do your mama know that you
Yeah.
have? You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, why your mama let you go out so many places by yourself? Didn't nobody ask no questions until when? Till after? You know? And then after they found out, this has been years and years and years and years and years and years and years, right? Mm-hmm. So I know y'all took advantage of the opportunity when y'all found out that R. Kelly was messing with your child. Right? You mean tell me y'all didn't come out to him? Y'all ain't had nothing to say? Why not? It's a money-making opportunity. You understand what I'm saying? And for those people who took advantage of the money or whatever, if you took the money, guess what? Shut up. And if you didn't take the money and you just been sitting over there sour and you ain't called the police, shut up. Because if you really feel like your baby been hurt, why didn't you go to the police a long time ago?
Shoot, forget the police. I'm going there by myself. Ain't nobody stopping me from getting my child.
But I'm just saying, if you really felt that way, right? If you feel like a law has been broken, why we just not hearing about it? Then women already grown.
Because that money ran out.
Exactly. And if you took money, shut up. Up.
It's
if your child been missing and R. Kelly done had your child locked up in some room or something like that, and you ain't reported her missing or nothing like that because you know that she over there with R. Kelly or whatever, shut up.
I think,
but I feel the same way about Bill Cosby. Y'all old, you know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden y'all come back to some old man. Quit waiting 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. About stuff that happened when you was young. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you so bothered now, that meant you was really bothered then. Why take so long?
Like you said, it was opportunities. That's what it was. And I personally think R. Kelly was also smashing the mamas, and the mamas were pimping out their daughters to R. Kelly. That's just my thing.
I don't even think that he was smashing the mama. I'm gonna tell you this right here.
I'm not saying all of them.
They was getting paid. Them parents was getting paid. They was getting paid. Not only were they getting paid, but it's just that my child may become famous. The hope of their child may be becoming famous. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, there was a success story. Aaliyah was the success story. Somebody made it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he can keep telling that lie over and over again because at the end of the day, somebody really did make it. So he could keep saying, hey, I'm going to make you a star.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I think he was, like you said, it's been going on for, almost 30 years? he's been known for this, and yet I don't know what it is.
They killed me because they knew it was true long time ago, and then now y'all want to put him in jail or whatever. And I think that a lot of that has to do with control. You know what I'm saying? When somebody gets too big, then all of a sudden here come the law.
Well, look.
Notice how big he got.
Yeah,
he was able to attain this kind of success. I mean, like, R. Kelly, pretty rich man. You know what I'm saying? And you allow him to have all of this. Now you want to take it away. So who did he make mad? That's my question. Who did he make mad? I know who Bill Cosby made mad. You know what I'm saying? CBS and them, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want him to buy a major network.
Right.
When Bill Cosby said that he was going to buy a major network, then all of a sudden, all bets is off the table. You know what I'm saying? They ain't fooling with him no more. Now they want to dig up a whole bunch of stuff. Who did R. Kelly make mad?
I think I know the answer to that.
And who was that?
I think it might have been his ex-wife.
And that may be so. But somebody got mad. And then that's the reason why we even talk about R. Kelly in this way.
Because you got to think, too, the ex-wife has actually brought this. All right, you take away the mid-90s. We know what happened. Let's go to the early 2000s with the whole trial. The videotape went out. They can't really prove that he was guilty because they couldn't verify the age of the girl in the video. So he got off of that. At some point.
You believe that? Nobody know who she is? Come on. This is rich people arguing with rich people. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
right now, it's all who got the most money, who paying who off. Because I don't believe that all of them rich people and all the things that you could have done to find out who those people are. I mean, all the technology that we have now, they don't know who that girl is. Stop.
Oh yeah, they know. I mean, like you said, the technology, especially today. I mean, you could easily go look them up on Facebook, find out all the information you want to.
You can use those
same
videos. You can use those same videos and facial recognition software now and find out who that woman is. Come on now. Come on. Well, yeah. They do it to everything else. How come they can't tell you who that little girl is? It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
None of it makes sense, okay? Because look, if you look at what he was guilty of, when you look at what he was guilty of, it shows you the charges. Other people was involved. Okay, the charges said is when he was found guilty of. The charges spoke for itself. Other people was involved, like you said. The parents, everybody's been saying, even cops who went on different platforms saying, who's talking about this case, where were these parents? That's the number one thing people kept talking about. Where are the parents? Where are the parents? Where are the parents?
But also, we want to talk about the people who brought the girls back there backstage.
Them too.
Because they went searching for them. And you know they just put that one woman in jail for going to find people for the other man. Oh, well, what's the man's name?
He's dead now.
Yeah, but remember, you know they just gave her some time.
Yeah, 20 years.
For finding people. So
was the last name Maxwell? Maxwell?
I can't remember.
I know the first name starts with a G. I can't say the first name, but I think the last name was Maxwell.
But what I'm tripping on is that they put her in jail.
Yeah.
So where our Kelly friends that went and found them girls? Because see, he can't find them girls. Not from where he was.
No.
So somebody went and sought out young girls to bring back here.
Yeah, there's definitely
they're not going to jail? What's wrong? I thought that was a crime too.
It is a crime. There's definitely a middleman or middlewoman, that's involved, and I think somebody knows more than what they're saying.
Exactly, because he can't be on stage. He can't be on stage and find the little girls.
Right.
He can't do both at the same time.
And like I said, he probably has somebody that, I don't know, I'm not going to speak on him, but somebody definitely in his camp was the middle person.
Exactly.
Is the connection between, I won't even say with the girls, I think it was a connection with the parents to get the girls.
With the parents, I
to
don't care
R.
who the
Kelly.
connection was between, but they found the little girls. And then on top of that, then you got to think also, who was watching the little girls to keep them in the rooms so that they couldn't get out?
While he was going on tour.
Ain't they kidnapping?
That is kidnapping. And then did they charge him with kidnapping? Did they charge him with kidnapping?
I don't know. Did they charge R. Kelly with kidnapping?
I don't think they charged him with kidnapping.
But ain't that kidnapping though? If the girls was in hotel rooms, in their houses, wherever they take them, studios, whatever. But the people who assured that those girls did not leave until he came back. Now he traveling all over the world, but they testified and said that they were in houses and different places, you know what I'm saying, where they would put them in rooms and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, in studios, lock them up and all the rest of this stuff, right? So he had to have help. So who exactly was holding them there while he was gone? Because they should be charged with kidnapping too. Because if they didn't release them while they was beating on the door and saying I want to go home and all the rest of this stuff, then that's kidnapping too. And like it's lots of people that need to go to jail for that.
And I don't know, I ain't really pay attention to the whole thing. It just like with the Bill Cosby thing, it just got too much. I just kind of like, all right, I'm over it. But I don't know if you heard it. Were they able to keep their cell phones? Did they confiscate their cell phones too?
Well, I think that they might have. I don't think they had their phones, but I will say this: they did get to talk to their parents because their parents said that they talked to them.
How ironic is that? So they got to talk to their parents, but yet
like, a couple of girls said that they escaped, talked to their parents, and then because they had what's the syndrome? What is the syndrome where people they still fall in love with the person who hurts them? I can't remember what it's called, but they went back. The girls went back. They escaped and went back. Don't sound like nobody who's kidnapped. What you go back for?
Man, listen, we ain't through with it yet.
Because it was beneficial. It was beneficial. What you go back for?
This, you know what? It's a lot coming. It's gonna be more information coming from this, and
I don't even want to hear it anymore. It's dead. It's so dead. They done sent him to jail for 30 years now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's dead. Either he didn't commit the crime or he did commit the crime. If y'all say that it's a crime or whatever, y'all just make sure y'all remember that because it's gonna come up again. Yeah. And when it comes up again, then you make sure you punish people accordingly, black, white, and different.
Yeah. You know, of course, you know, Boosie, he always gonna speak his mind on different topics. And with this last interview he had with Vlad, I basically listened and I was so much in agreement with him to where it was like, was this? I mean, nobody is saying that. Let's put it this way. He was saying that all this was consensual. So it was some type of, all of it was worked out somehow, some way. He's R. Kelly, you know, a huge star. And he was like, no, he basically saying that 30 years was too much, right?
It should have been a statute of limitations on some of this stuff anyway, just for the simple fact that
there probably was.
These people are overgrown now. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you even still talking about this stuff? You know what I'm saying? If they didn't send him to jail in 30 years, y'all need to leave him alone.
I think that's one of my main arguments was because they couldn't get him the first time. You know.
Yeah, so they came back for him again.
Came back for him, and they trying to really make an example out of him. Just like, you know, they did with what's his name? Doggone it. But I know the lady, you know, she was the connection. She got 20 years and stuff. A lot of people said she should have probably got 30 years, you know, because she was the main connection.
I don't know about that neither.
But you know, you have people who gonna argue both sides. They're gonna argue both sides about it.
She need more time. I don't know if she need the same amount of time as him. But then again, I'm not gonna say that she don't need to go to jail. I think that 20 years was valid. I think 20 years is valid. You know what I'm saying? Because she stole the innocence of some children's lives. You know what I'm saying?
But I think she
Or
worked with so many people though, because I don't think that was.
I can't even say children. Was it just women? Was it just women?
It
I
was
don't
just
know.
women, I think,
Okay, so she still, I mean, like, still, she
from
violated
my
some
understanding.
rights, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like,
And she participated too,
yeah.
sexually.
And
Yeah,
then,
she did.
well, we'll say, because I forgot about the whole participation thing. So for that, she needs the 30.
Yeah. So if you're gonna give R. Kelly 30, then
She
I
needs
mean,
30.
now I think, in my opinion, with her, and before we move on to the next topic, with her, I think that she could actually bring down the entire industry, right? Because
Mhm.
I think that the people like she's been associated with and all the names that she has, I know she got
Oh,
names locked up somewhere. I she got
yeah,
them somewhere.
there's plenty of people that she can name names and stuff like that. I mean, you have to remember that the people that she was associated with and stuff like that, like there are plenty more people who do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Plenty more celebrities that do the same thing. There are plenty more people, assistants and whatnot, that do whatever it is that they boss want them to do, whether it's wrong or right. So, like, to me, I think that definitely she probably got a good list of names, and in order for her to get some good time, some good time and some good behavior or whatever, she may feed it to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I don't think that she needs to. I don't think she needs to get no. I don't think that she should get any time off for whatever she feeds them.
I just got a strange feeling that a book is coming from her at some point in the
Oh
next
yeah, but really,
couple of days.
I think all of them should write a book, because I mean, like, think about how much coverage and stuff like that, and how many people have made speculations and everything like that. The only way that you're gonna get the truth is if they do write a tell all.
Yeah, yeah,
And then you
and
got to compare. Then you got to compare all of them books together to find out what the real truth is, because
yeah,
it's gonna take you to read R. Kelly book, R. Kelly wife book, R. Kelly's all his mistresses, like, everybody need to write something, and then we'll put them all together, and then we'll gather our own conclusions from there.
yeah. That's gonna be. I'm glad you brought up R. Kelly's ex-wife, because that's very interesting. What's gonna come from her? Because it's. I think
Nobody knows you like your wife.
exactly.
Nobody
So
knows you like your wife. Nobody knows those inner emotions. Nobody knows the things that make you tick
yep,
like your wife. Your wife knows you better than, and I hate to say it, your mom. She know you better than your mom. Okay?
mhm,
Because there are things that she knows that you would never tell your mom. You see what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah,
So your wife is the person who knows you better than anybody. Okay? To make that person mad, who has all of that information,
hmm,
right? Because she understands how he tick. She understands what are his triggers. She understands, like, the stuff that happened to him in his childhood that may haunt him, or that the reasons why he would only go for younger women, all that stuff. See, she understands all of it. Because see, that's the reality that she been living in.
yeah,
Saying. So, I mean, like, I think her book will be interesting or whatever. I know a lot of people give her a lot of flack or whatever, but at the end of the day, nobody knows you like your woman know you. Period. Period. That's for anybody. That's for a man with $1 million. That's for a man with $10.
yeah. It's gonna
Don't
be.
nobody
It's.
don't nobody know you better than your woman.
I won't be surprised if she's already writing it and almost complete with it. Like you
Why
said,
not?
man. It's gonna generate a lot of eyeballs, a lot of money. People gonna want to read it and talk about it. Why not? I mean, shoot. do like them other girls, have your opportunity, I guess. Make money off of R. Kelly too.
If you cheated on me and got all my business out here in the street and some more stuff like that, the least I can do is make some cash off the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Might as well.
It's been a nightmare for her.
It's been a night. I mean, she put the documentary out too. It was her. She put it out there. She probably gonna have a book.
I watched it more than once because I was trying to make sure I ain't missed nothing.
Oh, I didn't even watch it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I forgot it came on.
Oh no, I watched it.
I guess I think I was probably busy at that time. I had other things going. I forgot it came on. I didn't really watch it. But I'll go back and watch it. I'll see what it is. See how it went and everything like that. Because there's a lot of stuff I did watch. I don't know. I guess I heard R. Kelly and that stuff. I guess I was just turned off by it, especially knowing that everybody's gonna talk about it on social media. So I kind of like let it pass and let it die down, and then I forget about it. And then I'll go rewatch it, and then I'll get my own thoughts and all that. Because people will ruin stuff for you. I don't know. Like, I don't know if you watch P Valley or not, but I hear people talking about P Valley all the time.
I do.
I'm like, man, I mean, y'all could at least wait to the following day to talk about this stuff. As soon as y'all get done watching the episode, y'all go straight to Facebook talking about it. I can't say
that. I try not to ruin it for nobody because I know everybody can't watch it all at the same time or whatever. But not just that though, but I mean, like, after I watch it, it's over with. Unless I'm like in the company of people and we're talking about it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But not making the comments on Facebook because I have been that person who hadn't seen it, you know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why they say that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, I mean, like, before I started buying all those apps and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, they seen that already, you know what I'm saying? But now I be on BET Plus and all of that stuff. I said, I want to be first too, you know? So,
I guess that's why I stopped watching Scandal for a while, because everybody was talking about it nonstop.
I didn't do the whole gladiator thing. Y'all can have
that. It was just like, all right, I'm tired of y'all talking about this. I'm not even gonna watch this no more. Y'all just tell me what happened. Y'all gonna talk about it anyway. But like I said, we're gonna get to the whole R. Kelly thing, and that thing is gonna continue on. So, let's just
let it die.
Let it die. Let's pretty much let it die. But let's also get into the next topic. Big story out of sports. Brittany Griner. She's been held in Russia since February. Recently, she pled guilty to drug charges. And almost in a sense, this has become a media frenzy because of what's been going on, with, Russia, Ukraine, United States, it's a lot going on. I just want to get your thoughts on it. I'm gonna give my thoughts on this whole thing. So how do you feel about this whole situation?
Brittany Griner. What do I feel? I feel like it's messed up that they keeping her. You can send her back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you keeping her for CBD, which is legal. Oh shoot.
Oh, somebody dropped their phone.
Yeah, I did. Okay, sorry. You keeping her for CBD is legal in the United States, but I will say this though. Common sense. If you know it ain't legal, when you go, you know what I'm saying, to another country, even if you was able to have some CBD while you was there, why would you take it on the plane? Everybody named mama know that there are certain things that you can take on a plane and you can't. Just because it's legal here, you got to go through their security. So is it that serious? CBD don't cost that much.
Right.
So where you would ruin your life over CBD. It ain't that serious that you had to carry that with you. If you had it over there, if they gave it to you while you was over there and you was able to enjoy it while you was there, guess what? Leave whatever you had, leave it there.
Right.
It's not that serious. You got something waiting on you in the United States. It's not serious. It's not that serious to have to carry it on the plane. It's not.
It's
you mean you can't take a couple hours flight without it? If that's the case, you need to be in somebody rehab, CBD rehab. I mean, like that sounds crazy, but I mean, like you need CBD rehab. Am I talking crazy or something? I mean, it's just a couple hours. It's a flight.
Nah. Thing about the whole situation, Brittany Griner has been playing in Russia for last few years, basically, outside of WNBA during the off season. So she know the laws there pretty well. You know, as many times you've been over there, as many times you've interacted with people, and she is a star over there in Russia, right? There's no doubt about it. She's definitely a star over there in Russia. But you know, like you said, our the way we do things here is a whole lot different than what they do over there.
That's why people
And
move.
yeah, exactly. And the fact that now I don't know if she forgot that she had it with her or she just didn't care because she thought she was a star, she could get away with it. But either way it goes, if you're gonna travel to a different country, you gotta abide by their laws, their rules, their whole legal system is completely different.
But you know when you packing your stuff right here in the United States, you know that you gotta check, make sure you ain't got nothing that's gonna hold you up in security, right?
Yeah.
We know that because you're traveling, right? Once you get so big in your head that you think that you above customs, you think you above customs, they don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? So like, come on now. Leave the CBD where it was. It's not the end of the world.
And it's been a big deal, basically since February because she's still over there, even though she pled guilty. If anybody knows about Russian law and how their legal process works, just because you pled guilty don't mean that's the end of the trial.
Yeah, she got time. She got time to do.
Exactly. And you gotta think too, there were people who are basically less famous than her being held captive over there for a couple of years. Right. Mm-hmm. And they just now came back.
But this right here is a political move on their part anyways. You see what I'm saying? Like you already know that relations between countries are not at a safe place.
Right.
You gamble with your life when you do things that could, you know what I'm saying, potentially you know what I'm saying, put you in jail. You're gambling with your life. This is my opinion only. I know a lot of people are, you know what I'm saying, free Brittany Griner and all that, but at the end of the day, we all get punished for the things that we do. Brittany Griner's not above the law. You know what I'm saying? And the way I see it is CBD. Since you couldn't do without CBD?
Yeah. That's
the bottom line. Since you can't do without CBD, come on, man. So you can fly home.
No, I think she was going. No, I think she was going into Russia.
Oh my gosh.
She was going into Russia, I think.
But since you can't hold on until you get there, I know they got CBD for you over there. And like you said, she a star. She a star. They got some over there. They got some over there because she been over there. What she been doing while she was over there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, if that's the case then, right? Then why did you need it on the plane like it?
Beats me.
Why was it that serious that you know for a fact you're not supposed to have it?
Like you said, it beats me. It's a lot of questions. I mean, just a lot of questions. And you know, when you go through any airport, they're not gonna allow you to take that stuff anyway. So
I mean, come on.
I'm just trying to figure out how she went from America to Russia with that in her luggage. Think about that for a second.
It may be private planes, like it could be anything, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, all I want to know is that when you knew that you were going on, you know what I'm saying, actual airlines with other people, you see what I'm saying? then you got so many people that travel with you and some more stuff. You a whole star. It didn't dawn on anybody.
See, as long as she play ball over there, she knows some people. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
That's what I'm saying, though. So now she go to jail, and we're supposed to be all up in arms about it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like when people from their country go to jail over here, then what? We keep them, don't we?
We keep them. Actually, there's a particular prisoner that we have that Russia wants.
All right, we keep them, right?
Yeah.
And then we think they supposed to do us different. We already got their person, right? But we want them to let Brittany Griner go. I mean, you know what I'm saying? America with these double standards. I'm a black and white type of person.
Right.
I don't do gray. Right? So because I don't do gray, you know we're wrong, but you did anyway. Where you go when you do wrong?
Go to jail.
I don't got nothing else. I don't got nothing else. Because there are no other explanations. You're not new to this. You know what I'm saying? You're not new to this. This is not something that you did new. You're not no rookie. You've been traveling. You've been going back and forth. Like they've been saying, you know what I'm saying? That you do this anyways on the off season. It's not your first go round. You didn't just start doing CBD. However however which way that you use it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying anything bad about nothing. Because it could be CBD that you rub on your kneecaps. I don't know what you do. But I'm going to say this. It's not new to you. You know the rules. So, somebody go to jail for smoking crack. They got crack in their hand, what? They go to jail.
Go to
you
jail.
know what's wrong, you go to jail. You see what I'm saying? What is the double standard? Just because it was CBD and it's legal here? Okay,
it's not legal everywhere.
But my thing is that it's a whole bunch of stuff that's not legal in other places.
Exactly.
We can't be getting out everybody who go to jail every time Dick and Harry to go to jail because they do something wrong, especially stupid stuff like CBD. It's too much important stuff going on. Are you serious?
Yeah, not only that, but
we got a whole war going on. Just in case people forgot. It's a whole war going on. And then just in case people forgot, we still got a pandemic. People still catching a disease. You see what I'm saying? That we can't keep up with. Mind you. It keeps mutating on us. Right? We talking about Brittany Griner and some CBD.
It's like
because she black, she making big news, period. Because she black and she a basketball player, she making big news. If I went to jail for CBD, would we be talking about it?
No.
All right, I'm done.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because there's 2 points I want to make about this. One, you hear a lot of people saying, well, if LeBron James was held over there, he would have been back by now. I'm like, no, he wouldn't. He would still be over there. Because I'm going to tell you why. If you understand the value LeBron James holds, especially they're going to keep him until it's.
They thought that they had a gold mine because they had Brittany Griner. They would keep him because they know that we would pay anything, do anything to get him back.
Yep.
Because that's where our values lie. And they plan on the fact that our values lie in superficial stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the basketball players. We want the basketball player back. But there be like serious important people who be missing and all kind of stuff in government.
Mm-hmm.
They go to different countries and they end up getting stuck there for different reasons or whatever. And I'm not saying that they don't fight to try to get them people back, but they don't make this kind of news.
They don't. And another thing that was brought up, and I knew they was going to bring it up when this happened, was the wage gap between NBA players and WNBA players, saying if WNBA players made more money, they wouldn't have to go to other countries and play ball to make ends meet. Brittany Griner is making $220,000 a year playing basketball, which is, really good. if that's your job, you're making over $200,000 a year playing basketball. I don't know why anybody would complain, but they brought that up, and I think what people don't understand when it comes to business is the fact that the NBA generates more revenue than the WNBA. The players generate so much revenue for the NBA. Is the reason why they get a 50-50 split with the owners.
The fact that the games ain't even the same.
That's what I was going to get into next.
You don't even get women's games on these major networks and nothing like that. Like, you got to search to find women games. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to get into that. Yeah.
If you don't get no advertising or whatever, these people not getting these contracts and stuff like that with these different businesses so that they can want them to go on different channels and stuff like that. Like, everything is about the dollar. They don't get the big contracts. You don't get no big contracts. That means that nobody wants to do big commercials with you, right? No big commercials. They don't want you on their network because you're not worth no money to them.
And that's the point. That's the point that I brought up, because when you look at NBA, right, not only do they have the television contracts, they have a lot of people don't know. Everybody would say it's ABC, ESPN, TNT. Think about it. Their business deal is really with Disney, because Disney owns ABC, ESPN, and all that stuff. Plus, you got TNT as well, with the primetime games. They people are tuned in. Ticket sales, damn near sell out. All the games. Merchandising sales is through the roof. You don't really see WNBA jerseys walking around. You don't see when you go see a WNBA game, even on TV, even just say NBA TV. They might have about 5,000 people at the game that sits around 18,000 people. So just with that, you're not gonna get more money because you're not generating more revenue. And you got to think too. I'm gonna put this out here. There's more women than there are men in this country. Women are not supporting the WNBA like that. That is a fact. That's a fact.
Are you sure?
I'm definitely positive.
Look that up.
You gotta look that up. I'm gonna tell you, this is why men have more.
We gonna bring that up back. Me and you gonna have that conversation later on.
There's just numerically speaking, there's more women than there are men in this country, and women don't even support the WNBA like that. Because you gotta think.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't support the NBA, WNBA, the NFL, the hockey team. What is it? NHL, wrestling, tennis. No, I'm not a sports person, so you ain't gonna get a cent from me.
But what I'm saying is, what you're doing is you're attracting not the diehard sports fan. What your money really comes from is from the casual fan, right? The casual fan is actually going to make that money for you. So when a woman basically is with a guy or with her girlfriends or anything like that, and if she want to get tickets to a game, let's just say a basketball game, she gonna get tickets to an NBA game, right? Because when you go to an NBA game, like you said, it's two different games that you watch. When you go to an NBA game, you're gonna see highlights in terms of dunks. You're gonna see the acrobatic shots. You're gonna see so many things that you probably won't see in the WNBA game. When you see a WNBA game,
we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna say that it's not there, because there are some, just like Brittany Griner. She about how tall is she? She about 7-8 foot tall. How tall is she? You know what I'm saying? Like, women can still dunk and stuff like that. But it's the thing is that because the interest isn't there. You know what I'm saying?
It's the reason why.
It don't matter whether they dunking. It don't matter whether they the best 3-point shooter. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the interest is not there. It's not enough people who care about it. And it, you know what I'm saying, to the WNBA fans and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It's wonderful that you support it, but at the end of the day, you got to go on numbers, and numbers don't lie.
That's why I said the game is it's two different games, right? So when I talk about dunks, right? Yeah, you got probably about 2, maybe 3 women in the WNBA that could dunk compared to how many guys in the NBA that can do that. And when you see them go for a fast break, right? You're going to see the windmills. You're seeing guys putting the ball between their legs and dunking it. There's an entertainment aspect to it compared to a WNBA game, right? A WNBA game, if you're like, say you're a basketball coach, you're teaching kids basketball. You want to take them to a WNBA game because they're more fundamentally sound. They're more skilled, right? But when it comes to athleticism, is what the NBA has. And, you know, basically it's just makeup, men versus women and stuff like that. Not saying that.
I don't know if I agree with you on that, but I'm gonna let you have that because I am not the authority on that matter. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really do that. But as a feminist, I will say this.
It has nothing to do with that.
No. As a feminist, let me make my point now. As a feminist, I do think that you slighting those players or whatever. I do think that it's about the almighty dollar and who's interested in it or whatever, and that's the reason why. I know that you're saying that it's some athleticism, but I don't want to say that there is not athleticism in the WNBA. These women work their whole life to be able to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they go through a lot more than men.
That's why I said
the fact that they not respected.
That's why I said
not respected. And that they do play for a lot less money and all the rest of that stuff. So I ain't really trying to hear you on all that, that, you know what I'm saying? It's more entertaining and stuff like that because I mean, like, you got a favorite WNBA team?
No.
Do you frequently watch WNBA games?
Actually, I do.
You frequently watch them?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so then you got a team. Because you watching somebody.
No, I said I just watch whatever's on TV. I don't have an actual team that I watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said in the beginning, women are more skilled.
So what are you watching for, really?
I'm a basketball guy. I'm a basketball guy by trade.
But when you watch WNBA, because you don't believe that there is a lot of athleticism, as you said.
No, it's not. They're more skilled.
I know. I understand.
That's why I have an appreciation to WNBA basketball, because when I watch it, I'm looking at more skilled players in the WNBA compared to the NBA. But when I'm talking about the casual fan, they're not going to understand that aspect because the only thing they see is superior athletic ability by men and the highlights by men, to where you don't get that from the women's side.
So is that athleticism though? When you say that, I'm just saying I'm stuck on the word. Because you said it's the athleticism in the male, you know what I'm saying, on the male aspect.
The highlight factor.
But what I'm saying is no, highlight factor and athleticism are two different things.
But that's how you get. That's the point right there, because when you look at it, right, when you look at a WNBA game, when you show the highlights, when they show highlights of a WNBA game to like a casual fan, right, they'll show like the scores, what happened, who did what, but what you don't see, you don't see one guy. We don't see a guy. When you see a guy, he's coming down on the fast break. He see another guy come and try to block his shot. You know what that guy going to try to do? He's going to try to dunk that ball on him, right? And that's going to be that's why I said it's a highlight. There's that athletic factor which equivalates goes to entertainment in a sense. When you see guys just in the middle of a game doing in between the leg dunks in the middle of a game, which I think is stupid. You know, they don't get taken out. I think these players got too much power. And by the way, but they do it. It's going all over, boom. Just like all over the internet going crazy, right? But when you
No,
have,
I understand you though. I understand you, and you make a good point about the highlight factor because there ain't as much glitz and glamour or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Put on. You know what I'm saying? Their shots and you know what I'm saying. Not as much coverage and stuff like that because it doesn't because it's not a lot of hoopla going on. You know what I'm saying? I understand the whole technical thing, technical players and stuff like that, and they learn, they learn the techniques, and that's what they really working out there is the techniques. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I just didn't like the athleticism comment just because athleticism and highlight factor are not the same thing.
Well, let's put it this
But,
way. Let's put it this
but
way.
I,
Let's put it
I
this
agree
way.
with you though.
Let's put it this way. Let's just say out of the 3 women that could, it's only 3 that I know of that could dunk in the WNBA. All right.
I'm sure there's more, but I feel where you're going.
No, it's really just 3. Now you talking about the history
I
of the
don't think it,
WNBA?
I'm talking about in the whole WNBA, only 3 women can dunk.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. And I don't even watch it. I don't believe it.
Go look it up. They only gonna show you 3.
Look, I got a couple
gonna show
things
you
to
3.
look up. I got a couple things to look up on you. We might have to do it to be continued because I don't know if you're right.
Bring it back. I can name all the women who has dunked in the WNBA game
I got you.
on one hand.
Oh well, no. According to you, on 3 fingers.
No, I'm talking about currently right now. But I'm talking about in the history of the league that's been in existence.
I got you. You said
Anyway,
they can't dunk. I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, when it comes down to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see. I'll watch it for the skill level, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love the Diana Taurasi. I can't even get it. Skylar Diggs. I love watching Candace Parker play. Who's the what's the name?
You know I don't know.
She came out of what's that school? She's like the female Steph Curry right now in the WNBA. I can't even say her name, but I like those players because I like the skill level of these players, right? Because to me, they play the right way. They make the right basketball plays all the time. They're not trying to do too much. Liz Cambridge, to me, probably the most dominant player in the WNBA right now. Her post-up game is amazing and stuff like that. But again, there's a big difference from an athletic standpoint, entertainment standpoint, highlight standpoint, and not only that, but what they don't have is a player that can actually carry a league on their back. That's another issue too. Because when you go back and look at the history of the NBA, they either had a team or a player or a couple of players that are like out there in the forefront of the league, right? You go back to the old days, the Celtics, Boston Celtics, historic franchise, part of sports history, just like the Yankees and Red Sox. The Lakers, you go to the 80s, you had Bird and Magic. Jordan came in. Jordan became this big face of the league, but he was also the most popular athlete in the world at that time. Once he retired, you saw LeBron James coming in, all the hype out of high school. He's basically been the face of the league since he got into the league. Well, I'm not going to say the face, but he was one of the faces till he became the definitive face of the league. Now you got guys like Steph Curry, Giannis, Kevin Durant, stuff like that. The WNBA don't have that player that could actually who's stepping up and basically saying, put this on my back. We're going to grow this game. People are going to watch us, and they're going to, in a way, kind of respect them, right? And it's just that the whole, and it sucks too that they playing in the summertime. That's another thing too. Their league is in the summertime, which also sucks. Because what's going on right now is the NBA Summer League, and the NBA Summer League got way more people attending their games. For people that nobody knows, by the way, nobody know these guys. except for a few players that got drafted in the first round, right? Who had all this hype coming out of college. Outside of that, nobody know who these guys are, but they got a lot of people attending, and you got ESPN playing their games nonstop, even though it's for only like 10 days. You know, they get a lot of people tuning into these players. So I think that, in my opinion, I think they need to start demanding that WNBA games are put on primetime. You know, get that viewership, get that going. And not only that, I think that they just got to have a player that they could build around. They just need one player that the league could build around, market that player just like what the NBA do, how they market their players, and go from there. Because they're talented over there. They just don't have the type of platforms that the NBA has as of right now. So that's my thing. And I think the WNBA has to do a better player, they just have to do better at marketing their players, more so than anything else. Especially when you have current WNBA players during the offseason going to these networks, and they're basketball analysts for the NBA. So they always talking NBA.
I got you. Okay, so I see the information as far as women dunks or whatever. Mm-hmm. There's only been 28 in the WNBA history. Okay.
Yeah.
So I see it. And as far as, but it says 8 players have dunked. 8 have dunked.
So there's only been 28 dunks in the history of the league?
28 dunks have been scored in the WNBA as of September 21st. However, Brittany Griner has made some in 2021. So it's more than 28 now. But Brittany Griner has made
I know she made half of them. So I know the first one was Lisa Leslie.
Yes, that's the first one.
And I know Sylvia Fowles and Candace Parker.
Brittany owns the WNBA dunking record, though. Brittany Griner's had more than anybody. And she in jail. However, Sylvia
Fowler.
There you go, that girl.
Yep, she's one.
She got some too.
And I know Candace Parker's on that list. I know she's on it because I've seen it. I was watching her doing it. I was watching her doing it at Tennessee.
Yeah. Hold on. I got some more. Brittany Griner, she holding a whole lot of them. I guess that's why they're trying to get her. See, Candace Parker, I see her.
Yeah, Candace Parker. It's another one. She played for UT. Crap. It got to be the one I'm thinking about.
Cambridge, you know who Liz Cambridge or Cambridge is?
Yeah, she's the one I was talking about earlier. That's the most dominant player in the WNBA right now.
Oh, no. She don't hold the record no more. Or at least not according to this right here.
She's from Australia. She plays on the Australian national team too.
Okay, well, maybe if you're talking about Australia too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because right now, Brittany Griner holds the NBA dunking record.
How many? Did it say?
I got to go all the way through here. Brittany Griner has had 23 career dunks, 17 in the regular season. Candace Parker.
So that's only a couple.
She's had a couple. Lisa Leslie come behind Candace Parker and Brittany Griner. Liz Cambridge comes after Lisa Leslie. So and Sylvia Fowler, whatever you call her.
Yeah, Sylvia Fowler.
She come behind Liz Cambridge.
Okay.
So that's who's holding the top, like top 5 right there.
I don't know.
It's
Is she in the? Because no, there's one woman.
Now we just talking about the NBA though. We're not talking about nobody else.
No,
this
I'm not
right
talking
here
about
is the NBA. Yeah, this is the NBA record right
the
here.
WNBA.
Yes, the WNBA record. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the list that I'm looking at right now as to who holds the most dunks. But it's not, I ain't got the number on here. Except for Brittany Griner's. That's because they talking about the girl with the top. You see what I'm saying? But then when it goes down the list, they don't got their number on her. But she had the most, and that's 23. But nonetheless, I knew it was more than on your one hand.
I mean, come on now, really?
It's still not enough. It's still not enough. I thought that there would be more people than this.
Now, I think I know somebody who's gonna break Brittany Griner's record. Yeah, I think she's gonna get a lot of views coming her way. I don't know if she's still at Stanford or not. But I know she is definitely athletic.
Brittany Griner definitely got more than everybody because I'm looking at the dates and who they played and everything now. And Brittany Griner has and it's a lady named Akwak Kerr, I don't know. Plays for the Dallas Wings or whatever that is, the team.
I think I know who she did they say she's out of Stanford?
I don't know. But I know that they played the Seattle Storm and it was on 6/10/22. And she made a dunk at that particular game. Liz Cambridge, her name is on here a couple of times or whatever. No, her name is only on here one time. Take it back.
I thought she would have done it more than once.
It says that she did it on 7/28/2018.
Been 4 years? Oh
yeah.
man, I thought she only did it. I could have sworn she did it more than once.
Brittany Griner been doing this since 2013, and she's been holding it down. And then there's, you know what I'm saying, it's a girl named Jonquel Jones. And she made one in 2017. But other than her, yeah, it's been a while. The Sylvia, however, Fowler girl, whatever, she did it in 2009. So it's been a long time since she came through with one. Candace Parker, she dominated in 2008, and she had 2. You know what I'm saying? But because it wasn't no more in 2008 except for hers. Lisa Leslie, she started them out, and she had 2. Michelle Snow got one in 2006.
That's the one I'm talking about. Michelle Snow. Yep, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, but it's few and far between. So I'll let you have that. It's surprising, but
I'm gonna the player I'm thinking about.
Brittany Griner had like 18 in a regular season.
Oh yeah.
So like
she was doing that since high school.
That was in 2014. She dominated 2014 or whatever. But at the same time, in high school, she dunked 52 times.
Yeah, I knew about the high school.
Yeah, yes. So like
she was number 1 ranked player. She was national player of the year in high school. Like I said, I follow these women. That's why I said I watch women's basketball because I follow them. I know a lot of them I can't say their names. I can't pronounce it. I'm not gonna try to butcher their names on here, but I've been following them.
Okay. It's okay. I butchered them.
Hey, listen. It's hard. It's hard. But yeah, I know these players.
I had to get on Google so we could have this conversation because you was talking over my head for just a little bit. I don't like it when people talk over my head.
Hey, listen,
So
I watched the game of basketball, and like I said, I love WNBA. And here's the thing too, I didn't even know their All-Star game was on Sunday,
you
and they
watch
do it.
what?
So the WNBA, they had their All-Star game this past
Mhm.
Sunday, and I don't think nobody knew about it because it wasn't promoted. It
Not
wasn't.
publicized and stuff like it's supposed to.
Yeah, I was like, what? Because the only thing I saw was who was named the MVP and the little small trophy they gave him. I was
Mhm.
like, this probably y'all can't even give a big enough trophy for the MVP of the game. This is crazy. But
But it
hey,
just it reflects the amount of attention that people put on it or whatever. But at the same time, I mean, like if you think about it, though, I mean, somebody got to want to see it for advertisers to want to back it,
yeah, that's
and
why I
they don't
always
know.
use.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
mean,
I
like,
always use the women's national team, soccer team. I always
mhm.
use them as perfect examples because I was the one that said they should make more money because they get paid. They should make more money than the men's team. I don't know anybody on the men's team, and they lose. But our women's team, they always on primetime TV. They always in sports talks. They always go out there, win the gold, win the World Cup. I seen them in commercials, and they finally, I don't know what's going on. They finally got they just due, but they say they're getting equal to what the men are getting. No, they should make more because they bring in more. And
So maybe the problem is that they don't appeal to the proper demographic when it comes to women's sports.
oh,
They don't appeal to the right
here's
demographic because
here's the crazy
obviously
thing.
they're not
Here's the
appealing to the modern woman. Because if so, then like you said, according to the stats you gave me, now mind
mhm,
you, you said that there are more women in the United States than men. I didn't look that up, but I definitely need to look that one up.
look
But
that up.
but according to what you said, right? Then they are appealing to the wrong demographic because it's too many women for them not to have the support that they want. I mean, like if Love and Hip Hop and the Housewives and all the rest of them can get the attention, I mean, let's just be real. P Valley got everybody's attention, get everybody knows wide open. If they can do it, right, then why can't they?
I guess because they don't bring drama to their
But they better
profession.
learn. But they better learn how. Okay.
I think they'll once they I think when they have the right people in place, I think that's when they'll take off. I think they need an outsider to come in and give them a different perspective and make them look at things that they probably didn't think about before, or they were uh too
So is this in
naive.
America? This stat of more women than men, or is this everywhere in the world?
It's basically everywhere because the NBA is a global game.
No, I said more women than men in the world.
Yeah. Because you gotta think too, you got a lot of people traveling from other countries to come see their favorite players play in the NBA. And where they're broadcasted too.
And this is just women, period. We just talking about the population itself.
Just women.
Oh no, sir. No, sir.
What's the population like?
The male population of the world is higher than the women's population, and it's changing as the minute goes. It's changing. Like
What
it's
about
changing.
what
As I'm
about
looking at
America?
it, it's changing.
What about America?
Okay.
Before we get off of here.
Yeah, because it's more men than women. And we will check America. More men than women in America.
According to statistics.com, gender ratio in the United States in 2020 is 97.948 males per 100 females. There are 162,826,299 or 162.83 million males, 166,200.
There are more women than males
in this country,
in the United States, in this particular country.
Okay. So
in the world, that's not true. Yeah.
Okay. So if you have more women in this country, then, the way the movements is going, they could support them.
Now, let me tell you, the gap is not large. The gap is not large. The percentage of female population is 50.52% compared to the 49.48% male population. So we are talking about a small gap.
So let's just say 50-50. We're going to say 50-50.
It's darn near there. Yeah.
So even with that, right, it still goes to show you that women can support women in sports.
They can.
If they're a fan.
But they have to appeal to them.
Yeah.
If you don't appeal to them, they really don't exist to the regular person watching TV.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
That's why I said the casual fan. You gotta grab their attention.
So if they don't exist, how do you become a fan if you don't exist? You can't be a fan of something you can't see.
Well, that's something that they got to figure out.
That's what I'm saying is that in order to generate the interest to make women look for them, right? They have to appeal to them. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to appeal to the average modern woman in order to be able to pack a stadium.
I think men could play a huge part in that too, in terms of if you know how, women will buy tickets for men to go to an NBA game. I think men can also hey, do you want to go see a WNBA game? Just to go check it out. It could be just a one-time thing just to give them that little exposure, right? You never know how it's gonna.
But I think the biggest thing is that once you find a way to appeal to women, you won't have to depend on the man to buy the ticket. You know what I'm saying? That's a good gesture. It's a good gesture. And
that's what I'm saying in the beginning to do that.
Yeah, if you want your woman to enjoy sports the way that you do, a good thing to do is to expose her to that and show her women doing it. Because you know what I'm saying, it's more relatable that way. However, they still gonna have to appeal to her for her to keep watching.
Yeah. So it, like I said, it just, just to give them a little taste of it. If they don't like it, then so be it. They're just not into it. Hey, they tried. We all try. And then
they can tell them to watch the Housewives with them too. See if it appeals to that man.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Those shows that bring in a lot of drama, it's gonna appeal to anybody. We might look at it differently from y'all, but we'll sit there and watch.
I'm telling you, because it's a whole bunch of men running around here talking about P Valley. They weren't talking about P Valley last season.
Yes, that's why I stay off of Facebook, because I have a lot of people talking about P Valley.
Exactly.
How to show out there right now. So it is what it is. But I love women's sports, man. Whether it's basketball, whether it's UFC, whether it's boxing, tennis. I watch it. Like I said, but I'm into sports. So anytime I'm looking at stuff, I'm looking at it from a different perspective than from just somebody who's just casually just watching here and there. So
okay. I can dig it. I can dig it.
I love it. I love watching them play. And I ain't gonna lie, one sport I actually do watch of women before we get out of here is women's volleyball. It is like like women's volleyball. I don't. After I seen highlights on like YouTube and stuff, I've been watching it, and they spiking the hell out of that ball too. Boy, I'm telling you, they get up there, they jump, and they spiking that thing, and you start seeing like crazy stuff going. I love it. I love watching it.
Okay.
But we're coming towards the end of the episode. This was a great episode. It's always a pleasure to have family on. You know, we can talk about things, and you know, since it's my platform, I'm gonna say I'm right. But anyway,
Okay.
I love you, Ebony. I love you, Ebony.
Love you too.
But
That's why I'm gonna let you say you right. But go ahead.
yeah, ownership is key. So if you want to be right, own it. So anyway, before we go, Ebony, go and let people know more about the pop-up shop, the time, date, where they can reach you at, and anything else that you want to say. The floor is yours.
Okay, so I just want to say that BossUp Pop Out and Shop is a pop-up shop generated it's for us by us. So I just want to promote that community of Greenwood, and I want to say, come out and support them and shop. It is from 10 to 4 on the 23rd of July. If you want to be a vendor, please contact 5 Point Neighborhood Market on Facebook. If not, you can call my number. This is my personal number, 931-251-4801. And I'll make sure that you get in. That's pretty much it, or whatever. Just y'all come out and support us.
Definitely, y'all come out, support July 23rd. Especially if you're up and coming, you know, just starting your own business, you want to get out there, connect with the community, things like that. Take advantage of this opportunity. You know, take every advantage of this opportunity as you possibly can, because you don't know how it's going to go from here. So go out there, hit up Ebony, hit up 5 Point on Facebook, and then, you know, let's get out there and support. Please support. I talk about that on all of my platforms. Supporting is very important to me. So just go out there and do it. Also, too, y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure y'all subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast on YouTube. Also, too, if you want to sponsor Drinking After Dark podcast, please DM Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook and Instagram for details. Ebony, thank you for coming on. This was great. We wanted to do this again. Continue blessings to you. I hope, I hope you blow this thing up. You know,
I appreciate that.
I really hope you blow this thing up, and I'm gonna be watching. I'm going to be there. If I could get off early, I would definitely show up because I want some barbecue. So that's what I'm gonna do. But until next,
keep looking for me though, because I got plenty of other things in store. So just stay tuned to Ebony Parker, because I got big things coming.
Yes, definitely big things coming. And also too, man, new episodes are uploaded every Friday on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or whatever you listen to podcasts. So y'all check that out. Please support the podcast. Please spread the word of Drinking After Dark podcast. Ebony, this was fun. Until next time, people, we out. Peace.
Bye.
Gotta get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid, and then let's get to the money. Get to the money.